What's up, guys? My name is Section from the Deviants, and today we're going to be reacting to Fruits Basket Season 2, Episode 19. So in the last episode, we went through Izuzu, she goes by Reen, goodness gracious. We sort of go through her backstory, and it was a crushing one. I like to think that she maybe has the worst backstory? I don't know. I'm going to have to look through all the other people's backstory. And to be honest, when it comes to Yuki and Kyo, we don't really know much about their backstory. I mean, we do know somewhat about their backstory, right? But we haven't gotten a whole episode dedicated to, hey, let's go in the past and let's show you what happened. There's just been quick things here and there that kind of we see and it goes along with the episode, but we haven't gotten something dedicated to each of them. But anyways, we ended up last episode with Reen going to Shigure's house to try to figure out what he knows. But when Toru came in, Reen had kind of a mental breakdown, and Reen was coddling Toru. So I'm guessing that's where we're going to start. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure about the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah.
Mama.
Now it's gonna be Toru.
Oh, good, you're awake.
Basically the mom.
Please be careful. You shouldn't get up yet.
I don't want to get close to her. I can't afford to.
Can't afford to. I get it. You think you put Hatsuharu in danger, but not really true.
Toru came home and found you on the
she
living
finished the
room
cat.
floor, retching. Then, to complicate things further, you transformed into a horse.
Oh,
Obviously, we couldn't take you to the hospital in that state.
Now come on, we'll take you in.
No. I hate hospitals.
yeah,
No.
that makes sense.
Isuzu!
Don't jump out again.
Go of me.
Suzu, please, stop it. Don't do that.
You know,
Okay,
if
she
you
did what
just learn
Toru
how to
said.
take care of yourself, it would simplify things.
Shigure, don't be saying that with that smirk.
I'm getting nowhere. I'll never end it.
Not by yourself, you won't.
Why did Suzu come here? Was it because she needed help?
Yes, well, as to that, you should know, Ian and I have been dating. Just kidding. Sorry.
You really have
It's all
to
right.
consider the situation and the audience before you say these things.
Yeah, she'll believe
I'll see you
anything.
later.
You stay put. I'll just see him on his way.
Oh, okay.
She came here to talk to you, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Girl won't rest until she's found a way to break our curse.
Ending the curse? That's absurd.
But you would love that,
Of
though.
course. Hattori, do you hear it?
Hear what?
The sound of something breaking.
Toru dropped another plate, probably.
If you tell Haru about this, I'll never forgive you.
Yeah.
Haru told me you could manage things on your own, so I won't do that.
I think they've changed because of her. Yuki and Kyo. They've mellowed out lately.
What, is she some sort of superhero?
I mean, basically.
She's just kind.
Oh, Haru. So are you. That's why I didn't want to see you.
Those hamstrings.
Or that girl. The first time I went to Gure's house after our breakup, there she was.
Mm-hmm.
An impulse came over me. So strong.
Good or bad? Think you want to protect her?
Hope you're feeling a bit better. If you need anything, just shout and I should hear you.
Or nay?
Oh, and I brought you some water in case you get thirsty.
Stop it. You're trying to break the curse, aren't you? Just keep out of it, all right? None of this is your business. Do what all kind people should. Stay safe in your kind little world. I don't want kind people to be taken advantage of. To see them suffer.
Okay, well, I mean, good notion.
You've been trying to figure out how to break the curse too, Isuzu?
I told you to stay out of it.
There's everything to do.
please!
Can you just mind your own business?
No, I can't! This is something I have to do!
Heck yeah, stand your ground.
Shut up!
Sometimes giving up isn't an option.
No one knows how to do it. No one.
Well,
I can't set him free.
there has to be someone.
I don't. I'm lost.
There you go.
Isuzu!
This is why I stayed away from her. Because she's the type of person who can make me feel things I hate to feel. Like before.
Ow, 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 ow.
I wanted to whine about how weak I am and how unfair the world is, like a child going to her mom for comfort, hoping I might finally be forgiven. People like me yearn for kind people. We cling to them, take advantage of what they...
I don't know about taking advantage.
I can't drag you into this.
You can't track someone who's already into
But I'll
it.
do it alone. Here I am, clinging to you,
Dying.
powerless,
Adorable.
completely terrified and weak.
Are we sure she doesn't have a superpower? Because this is fantastic.
It's hard being on your own. And scary. So scary.
Sometimes you have to lean on others. What you do next, that's what matters.
We were yearning for the same thing.
For like love? To be forgiven?
I was
Be cared
pretty
for?
shocked. I went to go visit her, and she swung the IV at me.
What?
The hospital staff kicked me out, claiming I was a detriment to the patient's health.
That sounds like it must
Debatable.
have hurt.
Sounds like she's gonna be in there for a while, so there'll be other visits. We can talk then.
Oh gosh.
Our meeting's about to start, so come to Kimi. Kimi will be waiting, so come now, please. Kill!
She was doing it on purpose.
Hey, Union. There you are.
Everyone's gonna call him
Hurry and
Union
come to
now.
Kakadu. I miss you so.
He has to know, doesn't he, how annoying he is?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've been looking for a while. You don't have a cell phone, Union. That's why we use the PA system. Make sense now?
I leave him to you. Please take good care of Yuki.
Yes, sir. I will do everything in my power to
Oh
make your daughter
gosh.
happy.
Okay. Do you want me to slap you? I need to switch gears.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask. There's a rumor going around about this year's culture festival. Is it true
Oh,
that we'll
a
have
culture
bonfire
festival?
and maybe even some
A
fireworks too?
bonfire?
No, that really...
Check and check.
Would it really be so hard? In his day, I lit up the entire school.
You know, that's just another reason not to do it, right?
Cost alone.
You've got to shell out sometimes to be a true romantic.
So, anyone want dessert? I have some Jello
What
if you've still got room.
Jello?
Ooh, I do. Thank you.
Hey, you went to see Reen at the hospital. I'm right, aren't I?
Every guess that you make seems to be right when it comes to me.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to read, you know.
But when you went to visit Reen, how did she seem? She didn't maybe throw an IV stand at you, for example?
No. It's more of a Hatsuharu special.
Oh, by the way, Toru, I've been meaning to apologize about the whole Reen situation. We shouldn't have dragged you into our little drama.
Please.
It's no trouble at all. Really. It's not. Never.
Thank you, Toru.
I mean it,
She was suffering. In her agony, she clung to me so tightly. Shouldn't you eat?
It's all foods I hate.
What
What do
foods don't you hate?
Yeah.
There must be some.
Jello's good.
Better bring her some Jello right now.
Can I come in?
You okay? Here I am.
Isuzu?
Oh, you're here again?
Wednesday?
You look so cute. I've never seen you with your hair tied back before. I love it. Oh, by the way, here, I brought some Jello you might like.
Just because I said I didn't hate it? That was dumb.
Yes.
I know you didn't ask me to, but I figured what could it hurt?
I'll eat it later. I think I have a pretty good idea of why you came to see me.
What?
It's about the Zodiac curse, isn't it?
I completely forgot about it. I'm awful, horrible, the absolute worst.
What's with you?
We'll get used to it, I think.
Akito's god, to the members of the Zodiac anyway. And eventually
You look
they'll all live
fantastic,
together,
Isuzu.
and it'll stay that way forever. Is that what you refer to as the curse? That bond?
It is. God
Okay.
and the Zodiac members made a promise. No matter how many times they're reborn, they will return.
How strong is this vow?
You call it a bond, but if something holds you against your will, then it's nothing but a chain.
Yep.
I thought someone in the inner
She
circle
wouldn't.
might know, might help us.
There's Kurano.
Yeah.
That's it.
I would
bet
say
Kurano could have
Kurano
the
is the only
answer.
person I
That
could think of.
spineless man? He does whatever Akito tells him to. I don't consider him one of us.
I'm going to see Kurano now.
Heck yeah.
Don't
Oh,
run
okay.
off on your own.
Oh, okay.
Why do you want to break the curse? There are things you can't give up on. Like what?
Oh, well,
Just don't do something stupid like running off to see Kurano by yourself.
She did it before.
maybe we should team up and work together.
I don't need an unreliable partner like you.
I'll do my best.
I don't know about
really will,
unreliable.
I swear.
I get it. You're kind of scared of
What's
Akito.
going on? This doesn't look like Shigure's house. It's our home.
I'm going.
Okay.
now, Toru.
Ah, this is the day. No.
Please don't go.
Where's Kyo?
She's got it locked behind a door where no one can see. But there's something silently pushing her
Heck yeah, you eat that
toward a
jello.
breaking point. I hope someone like him will find her. Someone who will gently open up that door. Like Haru did for me.
Together. Always.
What? You know, I feel bad for Rin. I mean, of course, I feel bad for most of the Soma members because of what they've experienced. But, like, Toru, and I could say this with a lot of other people, but Toru is like the perfect antidote, I guess you could say, for what Rin is going through. Because one thing that I find is familiar, I guess, with a lot of the Soma members or a lot of the Zodiac members is because of their past being so bad, they are all suffering. And I guess it's either the way Akito did it or the way it ended up being. A lot of them are suffering alone. So a lot of this suffering alone has put a lot of burden on them. And Toru is kind of being that person who can, I wouldn't say suffer with them, but Toru is that person that they can unload some of that stuff off and feel like that they are not alone. And I think the fact that when it comes to Shigure, Ayame, and Hattori, the fact that they don't confide in Toru, one, because they're a little bit older, it might be weird otherwise, but two, they do suffer, but they don't suffer alone because all three of them were kind of the same age. They went to the same school. None of them felt alone, no matter how tragic their past has been. Everybody else, on the other hand, has experienced being lonely, has experienced suffering and stuff like that, which that's why they confide in Toru. I really like this scene, not because of these two, but of the girl who was in the speaker. It's hilarious. Because I know she has no affection towards Yuki whatsoever. At least from I'm about 98% sure. The only reason why she's doing it is because she knows all the other girls have a crush on him. So she's doing this just to make the other girls mad. So she knows how to make chaos and she's thriving in it, as this picture most clearly describes. And I can't wait until the culture festival plus the bonfire. I bet something's going to happen. I don't know what, but I bet something is. I find it very interesting in this scene where Toru comes in from behind. And from behind, you can clearly see this big old scar. Right? Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like a lot of people, when walking in, seeing this, they would have questions as to like, oh, how'd you get that scar? That's a gnarly scar you got, yada, 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 scar. But instead of looking at this feature, she instead looks at her hair. And maybe I'm just reading into it, but I think this describes Toru a lot in the fact that when she looks at a person, she doesn't look at the things that make them different or like she doesn't look at the faulty features of a person. She instead looks at the features that makes that individual beautiful in a sense. Because we didn't even get an inner monologue from Toru saying like, oh man, that's a scar. So I don't know. I maybe I'm reading a little bit too into it, but I don't know. I just like the detail that based off those two visuals, she didn't even recognize the scar. She instead looks at the hair and says, oh yeah, your hair, I like it that way. Now, as much as I don't agree with the way Isuzu's doing things, I do understand where she's coming from. Like her heart is in a good place, right? She loves Hatsuharu so much, and she thinks Hatsuharu is like the nicest guy ever, and she doesn't want anything to happen to him because she knows that like nice people tend to end up being last, or end up getting hurt, end up getting broken, end up getting used, whatever, right? So that's why she's distancing herself away from Hatsuharu. That's why she never wanted to meet Toru. And again, she's trying to get Toru out of this situation because she knows that if Toru keeps on going down this road when it comes to like curing the curse, Toru's going to end up getting hurt, and Rin doesn't want to be or feel responsible. Not really necessarily responsible, but Rin just doesn't want Toru getting hurt and then Rin feeling like, oh shoot, I could have done more to like stop her. And through this monologue, Rin has been saying like, oh, she needs, or Toru needs someone to open the door for her to come in and mess things up in a good way. Now I feel like Kurono being that person to open the door seems like a clear-cut answer as to like who could be the one that opens the door for her, but I also feel like Rin could also be that person, though I don't know how willing she'll be to just, at least in her eyes, throw Toru into all this. Because I feel like as much as Rin would love to have help, I feel as though if she takes Toru's help and then Toru ends up getting hurt, I feel like Rin will feel responsible. But yeah, anyways, that was my reaction to Fruits Basket Season 2, Episode 19. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.